This is just a quick refresher on regular arrays, one-dimensional arrays. An array is just an ordered list. The first item in the list is item 0, then 1, 2, 3, all the way up until the length minus 1. So if I have an array of 6 numbers here, this is item 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You've created an array with open closed square brackets after the data type. Virtually any data type can be made into an array, an integer, a string, certainly a class if you make an array of objects from a class. Even an image or an audio file could be made into an array. You can have an array of audio files if you want every track on an album. There's a couple different ways to initialize arrays. You can do it manually, so if you have a non-sequential set of numbers that aren't related proportionally to each other, the easiest way would just be to list them. So I have int square brackets, so we know it's an array, numbers equals, in those curly brackets, 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. So that's an array. It has a length of 6. And then here I have an array of strings. Again, remember capital S in string. You've got the open closed bracket, string birds equals finch, chickadee, wren, and sparrow. It has a length of 4. And then you can use them by referring to numbers. 0 is the variable that would refer to the 4. Numbers 1 would refer to the 8, and so on. Same thing with birds 1 would refer to the chickadee. Bird 0 would be the finch, and so on and so forth. So you can use them later on in your program. You can also declare an array of a data type, in this case strings, and manually assign their values later on. So here I have an array of string called dogs. It has a length of 4. I use that syntax new string to say this is initializing right now an empty array of length 4 of dogs. And then in setup, I say manually dogs 0 equal beagle, dogs 1 equal husky, dogs 2 equal lab, dogs 3 equal pug. This wouldn't make a lot of sense for strings. I would always go with the declare and initialize in one line method. But if you, for example, are doing, let's say, p image, dogs equals new p image, so you're using image data type. You have dogs 0 would be beagle.jpg, dogs 1 would be husky.jpg, and if you load all these JPEG files in, then you can have an array of the different image files. Don't forget to load them using sketch add file. And then finally, of course, what we've done the most with is using for loops to initialize and then refer back to them. So in this case, I've got int numbers equals new int, so it's an array of 50 integers. I'm assigning them. Each one gets the value of the counter variable times 2, so number 0 will be 0 times 2, so 0. Number 1 will be 1 times 2, 2, so 2. So basically I've got all the even numbers 0 through 100. And then here I use another for loop and draw to output them. And there you go. So just a brief review of strings, especially the syntax.